They're saying Ak has been permanently banned from Twitch.
I saw that.
I just saw that, yeah.
They're also saying that Steak unfollowed him. I haven't fact-checked these things, but just a quick peruse on the phone said that just now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yikes.
That's ugly.
Yeah.
What does banned from Twitch mean? See, I'm not familiar with Twitch.
What's banned from Instagram?
Can't use it no more.
Same
That's
shit.
usually
Can't
what
stream.
banned
Can't do
means.
That's
nothing.
it. You're done.
You could ban me from using Twitch?
It's a platform.
Yeah, to take your account.
But the account that
No,
that
but
you,
he had, I think, some type of special
Yeah.
deal with them.
the account
And I've had a deal with Twitch, and it's in that contract where they can. There's certain shit if any of this happened, it's like how we talk about the morals clause and a lot of stuff. I know this is done.
Hey, yo, same thing with me.
Yeah.
They had special rules in my shit because I told them I'm gonna go on the edge. You know what I mean? But
What I will say about that, actually, he put on a master class in how to not handle something. He did eventually come around
yeah,
and say the right things and apologize, and I was wrong, and we got to be held accountable, and us streamers have a large audience, so we got to love the kids and be kind. He did all of that, but it was
After the fact.
It was after he said some other things, and part of the other things was, what the fuck y'all gonna do, cancel me? You can't.
can't cancel something that you didn't help build.
Which
so you didn't build.
I guess might be true if you're talking about fans, but it's not true when you're talking about companies. You can ask the Fresh and Fit niggas when they got demonetized off of YouTube, and like it's a thing. So
Shit, Ye said that. Adidas, what they gonna do? They can't get rid of me. And then they got rid of him.
But he ended up, you know.
I'm just saying, companies.
yeah,
I
but
wouldn't
you
go
can
around
still-
challenging companies.
Right.
I wouldn't be double daring companies to cancel me.
People just be thinking like Joe just said. You know, when you speak of cancellation, you're talking to the crowd. Like, y'all don't have the power to do nothing to me. Not realizing that there are some people out there that still got some power.
And the companies react off the people.
Yeah.
Enough noise make them.
Enough of that noise. Y'all think that these companies are not reading tweets and checking the temperament on some of them contracts they got? You are wrong.
You know,
Let me be the one to tell you.
There's a bigger message here, you know, and I fuck with Axe, so I'm gonna be mindful.
That's the downside to having that kind of stan culture fan. The downside is they standing for whatever your action is. So if it's bad and they put enough noise on it, the people that you in bed with that wouldn't have seen it, they see it. Now, go ahead. What are you saying, Flip?
No, like, so the bigger message is that, you know, how, because they use the certain words like grooming and stuff like that. They're just using these words that is foreign to us. And I hate to say where we come from or how we grew up, and not making an excuse, but you are a product of your environment, meaning that when it comes to teenage boys or whatever, we encourage them to, yo, get that girl or do that. We had those conversations. It's been like that since the older niggas around me did it with me. I did it with my son, you know what I mean? Not saying that it's right, it is wrong. Now
if you acknowledge it as wrong, then what are you saying?
I'm acknowledging that it's wrong, but I'm saying that it's not foreign. That behavior. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not new. You know what I mean? Like, if of course,
Great.
when, yeah.
So,
That's what I'm saying. I think it's wrong.
So we're
100%.
in a place today where that behavior is being checked and people are being educated on things.
And I agree.
I think
there's
But you have to learn it.
consequences.
There
I think
are
that's a great
consequences. Yeah, and you have to learn in real time. See, everybody act like they smart and they fucking overnight. They learn how to abide by society rules and shit like that and what's right and wrong. You have to learn in real time when you're taught something, especially niggas from the Caribbean. Like, these things are, like, you have to acknowledge that nobody wants to go to the source of things. They just want to point and laugh and blame. And I'm not saying anything with Ak. I'm not even co-signing him.
Ak was wrong.
He's cool. He was 100% wrong.
Dead wrong.
100% wrong. Period. Point blank, especially if the young man is saying what he's saying. I've seen things like that. That's what I'm saying. I've seen
And
it.
it's cool to be wrong and then go sit with it by yourself.
Yeah, don't be wrong and strong. That's what.
Or if you want to be wrong and strong, you don't have to put a camera on.
Got it.
You don't have to live stream you in your learning process.
Got it. Yeah.
You don't. You could take that. You could take that privately. Deal with
you know
that.
what, you know what happens there though? You kind of become a victim of your brand. Like that's his brand of
To be-
cutting my camera on and giving y'all whatever I think about everything right now.
His brand is not speaking to 15-year-old boys like that.
No.
No,
Correct.
but-
I'm not. I'm talking about. You said you don't have to learn in real time with the camera on. I think that's part of his brand, though. Whatever I'm experiencing or whatever I'm talking about,
that's what I'm saying.
I have to cut the camera on. Like again, this is a different generation.
It's
they
tough.
don't know
It's-
how to turn the cameras off.
Unlearn it.
And you learn in real
Unlearn
time.
it. I'm not here to fucking preach.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to preach to nobody. It's difficult to unlearn things.
Absolutely.
So if that is a habit and a tendency where, hey, I'm living my life in front of the camera, so they're just going to see it. I invented that, actually.
Yeah, but the difference between you is you also knew a world before that. There's a lot of people
All they know
today
is this. Yeah.
they don't know the world to exist without it.
Exactly, Ice.
Like I sit there and be like, yo, I'm not even talking about the act. I'm just in general. I'd be like, yo, why do y'all come to the internet and broadcast every second of your lives? You're not that important. We don't give a fuck. But to
They're
them,
being paid to.
I'm not even talking about those who are getting paid to. It's people who ain't making $1 off of this that chronicle, that puts every detail of their life on the internet. This is the world that they know.
Yeah.
There is no world where we don't. If I can't talk about it or show it, it didn't even happen. That's a law that they abide by. We don't, because we knew the world before that. So it's like I try to give. Again, I'm not talking about act. I'm with y'all. I think he's just 100% wrong in that, and I'm glad that he finally did understand and address it and handle it the proper way. But I'm just saying, in general, people don't know how to turn that camera on. That's the only life they have.
Yeah. Yeah, and when it becomes like when you do something and it's normal for you and you normalize it,
It creates like this echo chamber where you just can't see
Yes.
any kind of like alternate reality past the one that you've created for yourself. And so you set the rules inside of that reality.
until reality hits you.
Yes.
Until
And-
until things
and
like that
us-
happen.
Exactly. Until
And-
real world
Joe,
consequences.
I'm sorry,
happen.
when you done driving,
And where some of us come from, to me, is not an excuse to groom. Like to say, I don't really know what that is. Okay, I understand that and I receive that. I ain't gonna pretend like I really knew all the ins and outs
That's
about
what
what grooming is
yes.
either. But I also identified that there's plenty of grown men running around here not knowing that they were abused.
exactly.
Not knowing
Facts.
that they were molested,
That's the
not
bigger problem,
knowing
yeah.
that they were targeted by the. I don't want to trigger nobody, but yeah. So if we're not going to know what those things are, I wouldn't expect people to know what grooming are. And yes, if now's the time to have that conversation, so everybody could sit and learn together, the people that need it,
Correct.
then I clap for that.
I'm with you.
Word. True.
Yeah, round of applause.
And you know, the people that when you give pushback, they're gonna say, "Oh, you co-sign or you making excuses for act." No, I'm not. I want to be extremely clear when I say, listening to it, understanding it, he was wrong, and he acknowledged that. I'm saying that behavior isn't foreign when it comes to teenage boys. Not the other shit about the joke around shit, but it's not foreign when you're like, yo, get that girl, or hey, yo, you having those conversations.
That's misguided because teenage boys are not a monolith.
Okay.
Teenage boys don't cover the spectrum of teenage boys.
Gotcha.
Apparently, this young dude, and shout out to him, he sounded pretty intelligent.
Yes, he did.
Handled
Yeah, he did.
himself well
He did.
in that stressful environment. But he's from another country somewhere, third world country, no parents, no friends, just from what I'm hearing. So that's not the same as the teenage boy from the hood that got OGs. And
That's what I'm talking about.
is,
That's what I'm
is,
referring to.
a little more experienced in hearing that type of talk or handling. That still don't make it okay.
Right.
Yeah, but that's what I'm
But
referring to.
it's not. It's apples and oranges.
I got
We
it.
can't just put all teenage boys in the same boat.
And it's a hard lesson.
And as an adult, I would hope you learn. Listen, you shouldn't. This is wrong. This is wrong.
That's the underlying part right there. Like,
so if you crack a
whoever
joke,
else
if you
needs to know, that's
crack a
wrong.
joke and ask your 17-year-old brothers, yo, you fucking girls yet?
I'm not cracking a joke. That's not a joke. I'm
Got it.
asking my little brothers what's happening with you sexually.
Yeah.
It's not a joking matter.
so that I can
Okay.
educate you
Yeah.
or guide you.
I ain't cracking
whatever
on
the
them.
case
Yo,
may
you
be.
fucking. Like, let's talk about it. Where are you doing this? How are you doing this?
Yes.
Are you being safe? I'm not doing. You ain't getting no pussy. You gay? Like all that shit they did in the '90s.
Nah, yeah, but yeah.
You know, it was
90s shit.
it was a dude that came under fire, the rapper. I'm not gonna say his name, but I forget how old his son was a teenager, and he was like, "Yo, I went and got some girls
I remember
and
that.
paid them
That was wild.
That was
to
wild.
get them right." And he thought he saw nothing wrong with that. It's people just fucked up and don't even realize that they've been fucked up, and they passing it on.
You have to go to the root of the problem, and like Joe said, you have to unlearn things. Just unlearn it, get educated, so that can't happen again. Now, anybody do something like that, even me, if I go crack a joke with Nico, like now I know how that comes off and how it looks.
Listen, you hug somebody the wrong way. There's a word for it.
Yeah, it's a charge today.
Yeah. So I feel like that is everyone's job and responsibility to go and learn what some of these phrases and terms and words mean. 1, 2, if you're blessed enough and privileged enough to make your living as a content creator, then it's your job and responsibility at a much higher clip.
That's a fact.
right.
To
That's
go
a fact.
and understand what all this stuff
Nigga,
is.
And it ain't just in that world. Like again, like you mentioned the hug. Shit used to happen in corporate that people did not know was
Was
wrong
inappropriate.
until it became a thing. Like, oh shit, we can't do that. Oh shit, we can. And now look at today, people are moving accordingly for the most part.
And if the 15-year-old is sitting there telling you, hey,
I
this
agree
is
with
wrong,
that 100%.
this is grooming, I'm uncomfortable, you're
Back out.
going to put us in a case,
Yeah,
then it's probably the time. It's probably the time. to
Agreed.
chill.
Agreed.
yeah. It's crazy.
New Joe Budden.